2K is being lazy. One thing I've noticed playing NBA 2K23 is that 2K is making us pay for this skill. Right? Think about this. And this is why 2K has to kind of make every season hot instead of making just this season hot, that season, make it a filler. You know, like how animes be doing it, or certain shows, they make it a filler show. It's not really like the real storyline of the show. When it gets near to the end of the season, it's like, think about this, 2K. People already don't have time to grind your game, to go that hard. Some people say, yeah, it's easy, but they have the time to grind it. Some people really are all over the place, or having to do other things and not that much time. So why limit things such as, we go to this, the core patterns. This is basically them saying, hey, if you race and you get yourself to 40, you get to get new builds. Now, people may say, oh, no, you're not really getting new builds, extra bad. You are, in a sense. You just have to do all the points in the math system. You see, 2K don't have a chart for us to like where you can easily see what type of differences you can get. No, they just make you have to do the points yourself, don't you? Don't you have to go in the builder and sit there for time and what does all that do? Ultimately, make you have to spend money on a build. People think I be trying to sell out for 2K. It's the craziest stuff. That's the craziest. It's the craziest. Now, I'm giving all the gems. Ultimately, that makes people forced to have to make new builds. Now, just like any company out there, you know how DoorDash offers refunds? Like, shout out to DoorDash. Shout out to some of the other companies that offer refunds. How can't 2K offer refunds? If a player, some players don't understand. You guys are saying that you guys give out the best knowledge, the best gems for people to just learn your game. And the game's really complex, all these changes, all these words. You know how much people don't really know how to read that well and comprehend? And it's not to slander nobody, but it's just the truth. Or they don't just want to take the time to even read all that. They just get on the game and they can't understand the mechanics. You know how much people is not going to hit this and not be able to experience this? Literally. Do you know how much people? I don't think so. The level 40 reward was trash. I mean, not level 40 reward. The legend reward was trash. The number one, let's say if they had a list, like, what's the top thing legends get this year? No jetpack. Yep, so scratch it. No jetpack. No none of that. What's the top thing they get this year? Oh, my game cut off. That's tough. You know what 2K was saying about their legend prize this year? What was the biggest reward? They just basically gave you guys the same thing like previous years, the extra points to kind of make your build a little bit look better, you know, and be better and be more different. It's going to be more, it's going to have differences, trust. It's going to have differences that's going to play out that people may say it's not, but it will. Because there's certain badges that are extra there. Now, the logo was the biggest thing. It was the number one thing that they were saying, that's our reward. Because potentially, just like how they did with the mascots, when they were only making the mascots available at a certain point in time and then they put them back out again, I can see the legend cores where we can change them coming into play. Because people are going to complain. And OG is adding on to the rant as well because it's lazy. I have ideas in the list that I wrote because I'm tired of how 2K is just being lazy. We're going to go to this. An idea that we probably won't see. But it should have been in the game. It should have been in the game. One, it would have helped team. This is what I thought. Like when I was first seeing 2K and we first seen it. And they was talking about the teamwork thing and playing as a team and a unit and blah, 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 blah. This is what I thought they were talking about. I thought you were going to be able to have some of these as well. Look at this. But they use it for my career. 2K, Ronnie, Wang. Nobody wants to sit and play my career and take it serious and really feel like, we're a my player in the 2K my player world. We don't feel like that. Let us have this attached to our players. You see what I'm saying? Look at in game. These are the these little badge points, skill points that activate in game. Keep it moving. Boost gives a small boost to playmaking. Gives a moderate boost to inside mid-range 3-point shooting for you, and a larger boost to your teammates. Requirement: get 5 assists. So in the game, if you get 5 assists, this activates. Why is this not in the rec? 5v5. I don't get what do they look. It just tells me laziness. Because look at how each, I'm gonna show y'all something. Look at how each, you can go here, different icons, different emblem icons. You see how it looks different? Look at this, a castle. They got names for it. Come on. When you look at the objective, it lines up with it. Why was this not? This just lets me think like, oh, is this going to be in the next 2K? They're going to say, oh, this is the new feature to add in to improve more teamwork thing. Like, man, that's all. That's how I be pinpointing. Look at this, different logos on it, like different pictures, images. And when you go in and you read them, it's like, damn, agility, playmaking. This boosts offensive IQ, but y'all could, change that to it boosts your teammates. Certain playmaking attributes with your teammates. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with y'all at this point? I know I'm not getting a logo, so I got that question. Everybody will not have good players, so 2K should also always have that kind of like refund system to where players can retract their builds, because in this game, the VC is too expensive. It's too expensive. It's like, yo, once somebody's build is trash, it's trash. They can really make a trash build in this game. Y'all know, with the way y'all place y'all attributes and stuff, y'all know somebody can make a trash build. He can make a trash role player. Y'all know that. And it's crazy that how back in the other 2Ks, it's hard to make a bad build, because you can just, everybody's stats bounced out a certain little way. This 2K, y'all got it all over the place. Everybody in the building for hours. Days. Do you know how somebody feels when they about to put money into a build? Like, is this for sure? It's 23. It's 23. That's how they thinking. Ron and Wang. That's what I'm called. Ron and Wang. When the mechanics change in NBA 2K23, and when the mechanics change in any 2K should focus on making, when you got those little 2K TV things, more real detailed tips to let players know. That's simplified too. That's kind of simple to let players know how the muscle memory is changing. Things are different. Somebody described how when they shoot the ball in this game, it feels like they're shooting a medicine ball. When you don't understand how to shoot, I understand that concept of what they're saying. I get what they're talking about, because when I first started shooting in this game, it was like, whoa. But once you start to understand the rhythm, the motion, you got to tell people about that motion technology. Mike Wang, you got to come out and do it. You got devs that do it, but nobody really listening to them like that. If Mike Wang, you come out and tell them, oh, there's a new motion technology in the game where, depending on your speed, your acceleration, there's certain key details. Like acceleration is way more important than how your speed is when it comes to dribbling and stuff like that. And those details were not given by Mike Wang at all. Somebody hit me up, because I have a badge grinder service, and he wanted me to help him with a build, and he seen that a build had 70 speed with ball, and I had to tell him, like, he was like, yo, am I gonna be able to speed boost and all that stuff like that? And I had to tell him, like, speed boosting is tied into your ball handling and your acceleration. That's where that's tied into, and speed mixed in it too as well, because you know how some people, speed builds up over time, but acceleration mainly in ball handling. Boom, put me in that box. Custom NBA player skins. I've been saying this for the longest. You put on a Jordan skin, it increases your attributes a little bit. They can put that in the reward somehow, make it a legend, not a legend reward, but like a level 40 reward, and you get to choose one and you can make it rare. I've been said 2K needed to implement the supply drop things into 2K as well, and add a variety of just rewards and stuff that people can have that makes everybody have unique things. Everybody don't get unlimited boost, right or wrong. So why can't they add in supply drops to where everybody can get different unique stuff? So if somebody does have something that's rare, boom, it's just I'm just trying to be through it too smooth, not too much with y'all, but join, right? And create a community where if people can join up and complete challenges, you can level up, unlock the t-shirt chaos thing like how they used to have before, where you can actually make your team logo and have it way more detailed to where you can really make it look more uniformy. Or if y'all want to add your own stuff, just make it basic so people don't make it basic. Y'all know how to, man, y'all know how to, it's 2022. Come on now. Because y'all know how they are when people be making the crazy pictures. They don't want to leave it up no more. Because, you know, they had certain little stuff like that before. But boom. Boom. Everything's good to go. See, they probably have a robot. No, hire somebody for it. It's going to help the game. Hire somebody. Go through a check. It's going to help the game. Have some type of computer bot system that reads it and pay for the money for that stuff. That reads it, scans the picture. Then hire somebody to do extra double checking. So, I'm wrapping this video up. I want you guys to let me know what you think about everything I said in this video. Ultimately, some players are not going to be able to experience the true aspects of their build. If they can't get the core, the extra cores to switch to now be able to run limitless, that changes your build. Your build is who you are. When you have catch and shoot, you gotta choose. Am I a catch and shoot player or am I a limitless range? When certain people get these cores and be able to switch it, they can have all this. Yeah, they'll be hit in a certain area in defense, but they get the option to create a new build where it's like, okay, let me stack in this area so I'm not lacking. I can use the double core here. I'm not really using these points right here like this. I can go more balanced and take a cut and I'll be fine because I can use certain points. Some players don't need too much badges when it gets to the playmaking or when it gets to, to do what they do. So it's all about strategy and how you're going to create your new build afterwards. And that's the benefit to the switching around with these new core things. And how many players not going to get it? It's not good. It's not good. Y'all may want to do something fast. It's not good. A lot of people not going to be feeling that they ain't going to get it this level 40.